We give you the facts, it's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
What am I think? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent, and remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
People of Center, St. Mary and surrounding.
Yeah, watch Popeyes, mama.
Here is
Where I watch?
Popeye.
are you on exactly? If you are,
Greetings viewers and subscribers. I was off yesterday, so I want to take time out to big up all the fathers, whether biological or otherwise. A belated Father's Day to you, and for all the persons who reached out and sent me Father's Day greetings. I will not be able to respond to every message, but thanks a lot. Enough respect. Next up, my Facebook page was hacked and stolen. Hackers have been trying to steal the page from I was 50,000 followers. They were successful on Saturday. The page had over 135,000 followers. Apparently, they found a loophole because I did not click on any link or anything like that. I have started another Facebook page with the same name, Popeye News Links. Facebook.com/The Realist News. That's DEREALISTNEWX. Please go over there and follow the page. If you get any message from the Popeye News Links Facebook page, do not respond to it. If you want to send me a message, send me a message via WhatsApp. That's 876-458-9111. That's 876-458-9111. Alright? In the news today, this one, sad indeed. Last week, I told you about the death of that young man on your screen. His name is Oshane Thomas, but he was also known as Virus or Croc. Virus was in his early 30s and he lived at Killmury, Luana in the Brampton area of St. Elizabeth. Virus, he suspected to have drowned at sea last week, Sunday, June 8, when he went deep sea diving to catch fish off the coast of Crawford in the parish of St. Elizabeth. His body was recovered by the Black River Marine Police, assisted by the JDF Coast Guard on Sunday, June 9. Well, that family is in mourning once again. This time, they are mourning the death of that lady on your screen. Her name is Miss Verel Samuels, and she was 66 years old. She lived at Killmury, Luana. Miss Samuels is Oshane Thomas, also known as Virus' mother. We are told that Miss Samuels, she was battling cancer for a while now, and she lost the battle yesterday, Sunday, June 15. Condolences to the family and friends. Sad indeed. Next up, I have a correction to make. On Saturday, I told you about the stabbing death of that man on your screen. His name is Stephen Morris. Stephen was 34 years old and he was living at Duncan's Hill in the parish of Trelawney. Like I said on Saturday, Stephen, he was once a police officer stationed at the Accident Investigation Reconstruction Unit in Montego Bay, but we are told that he resigned from the JCF some time ago. The photo to your left is Stephen in the uniform that he used to wear. You know, those police officers who you would see on the road after there's an accident and they are dressed in khaki suit processing the accident scene? Stephen was one of those police officers. So here is the mistake I made on Saturday. I had identified the guy to the right on your screen as Stephen, but no, that is not Stephen. That is a security guard who stabbed Stephen. That's 40-year-old Andrea Morgan. Remember that Andrea and Stephen, they had an argument over a bus seat. Our information is that after Andrea stabbed Stephen, someone hit Andrea in the back of his head, and that person was able to take away the ratchet knife from him. Andrea, he couldn't move, and he was forced to stay on the ground until the police came and apprehended him. He was taken to the hospital by the police, where he was treated and released back into police custody. Listen again to what the persons were saying when Andrea was on the ground, and you're also gonna see when Andrea was leaving the Falmouth Hospital into police custody. Look and listen.
Someone has stopped Steven. Hey man. Stop the taxi man.
I need to breathe and he has strength, but if he move, me know what to do. If he move.
So I'm team.
Brother, yo!
I'm team.
Garnet. Make him move. Brother, yo! Lay down back where they brother. Lay down. Lay down. No move. Brother, yo, make him stay honest. Yo, make him stay.
Look man, look. Look, say look man. Me say that, look.
Like I said, Andrea, he has given the police a caution statement admitting that he was the one who stabbed Stephen. He will be charged for murder. The mayhem. In this next report, detectives in Falmouth, they have arrested and charged a 36-year-old guy for robbery with aggravation and firearm-related charges. His name is Nickoy Stewart, and he is from Rock District in the parish of Trelawney. After Nickoy allegedly committed this crime, he ran away and he was living at Lilliput in St. James. Our information is that a 70-year-old lady, she was doing some work on the house where she is living in the parish of Trelawney. Nickoy, he was one of the workmen who was working on the house. On Monday, December 9 last year, the lady, she went to the bank where she withdrew cash amounting to 450,000 Jamaican dollars because she had a pay bill coming up. When she reached home, she added that money to 200,000 Jamaican dollars that she already had. She placed the money in her purse and placed the purse in a blue plastic barrel located in the corner of her bedroom behind the door. As the lady sat down on the bed, it is alleged that Nickoy, he entered the bedroom, pulled a gun from a black one-strap bag that he had around his neck and pointed it at the lady, demanding the money that he knew that she had. In fear of her life, the lady, she went into the barrel, took out the purse and handed Nickoy the purse containing 650,000 Jamaican dollars, all in 5,000 Jamaican dollars note. Nickoy, he then jumped through an unfinished window in the bathroom, then jumped into a motor car and made good his escape. A report was made to the police, who commenced investigations. Nickoy, he was recently picked up and identified as the robber. He was subsequently charged, so he'll be facing the courts shortly. In this next report, a 50-year-old Senton Mason, he lost 4 of his teeth at a bike show early yesterday morning, Sunday, June 15, about 3 o'clock. Reports are that the bike show, it was being held at the Alderton Community Center at Alderton in the Claremont Police area of Senton. The 50-year-old Mason, he was in the process of leaving the bike show when he walked past a guy popularly known as Mary Blacks. An argument developed between the Mason and Mary Blacks, and it is alleged that Mary Blacks, he punched the Mason in his mouth, causing 4 teeth to dislodge and fell out of his mouth. They then started to fight, and it is alleged that the Mason, he fell to the ground, and Mary Blacks kicked him several times all over his body. Mary Blacks, he then made good his escape. The Mason, he was taken to hospital where he was treated and admitted. So, Mary Blacks, he's wanted by the police. This one, It took place Saturday morning, June 14 at minutes to 8 o'clock. It took place at Rough Road in the Glendevon area of St. James. Reports are that a female in her early 30s, she's popularly known as Chin. She was at home with her brother and other relatives. That brother, his name is Tarick Dwayne Thelwell. He is 26 years old. It is alleged that Tarick, he started to destroy Chin's fan and she spoke to him about it. Both of them, they then started to argue. Tarick, who was armed with a knife, he entered Chin's bedroom. Chin, she tried to run and it is alleged that Tarick, he stabbed her in her back near to her lungs. Chin, she ran off, but she collapsed near to her grandmother's bedroom on the floor. The police, they were called and they assisted Chin to hospital where she was treated and admitted in a serious condition. Tarick, he was taken into police custody and he has since been charged for wounded with intent, so he'll be facing the courts shortly. This one, it took place Saturday afternoon, June 14, about 2:30. It took place along the Waterworks main road in the parish of Westmoreland. Our information is that a guy in his mid-30s, he was standing at his gate with a female. They were awaiting transportation when a white Toyota Axia motor car drove up and stopped. A hoodlum jumped out of the back of the car with a gun in his hand. The hoodlum, he opened gunfire hitting the guy to one of his shoulders, his abdomen and his back. The hoodlum, he then jumped back into the Axio and he and his cronies, they made good their escape. The guy who was shot, he was rushed to hospital where he was treated and admitted. The police, they were called and when they processed this crime scene, 4 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button as also. Hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you will be one of the first to be notified. In the final report for today, that hoodlum on your screen, his name is Renhardo Everett Coates, but he was popularly known as Sick Man. Sick Man was 30 years old and he lived at Clifton district in the parish of St. Catherine. Now, why do I say Sick Man was a hoodlum? Sick Man, he was the member of a gang that used to go all over Jamaica to rob and shoot people. In fact, I'm going to remind you about a robbery that Sick Man participated in. Look on your screen. On Sunday night, April 30, 2023, over 2 years ago, at minutes after 7 o'clock, 3 hoodlums, they went to that bar on your screen. That's the Gamers Paradise Bar and launched at Littit's in the parish of St. Elizabeth. Before Sick Man and his cronies entered the bar, they fired shots announcing their arrival. Watch this.
Hey. Oh, come on. Come on. No, come on. Deeper. Oh, it's just go. No. Wait, чисто. Ну что вот, чисто на. Paulo. Buat nama kal fam. Dia tengok saya. Tengok dari ni mesti. Yo, come in, boy.
The hoodlums, they robbed the bartender of cash amounting to over 260,000 Jamaican dollars plus a quantity of liquor and the bartender's phone. A team of police officers from the Nian police station, they were on patrol in a nearby district and they heard the gunshots being fired. Remember that the hoodlums, they fired shots before they entered the bar? Watch this. There was a shootout and the hoodlums, they made good their escape. A search was carried out in the area and the police, they found a Hayward Streams 9mm pistol loaded with 3 live rounds. The police, they carried out further search and they found a carton box containing 206,000 Jamaican dollars and the liquor that the hoodlums thief from the bar. They also held one of the robbers. His name is Odaine Pottinger, but he is also known as Andrea. Andrea is 26 years old with addresses in Clifton District and Riversdale Crawl in St. Catherine. So Andrea, Sickman and another crony, they had journeyed by car from Clifton in St. Catherine to St. Elizabeth to carry out this robbery. Andrea, he was charged, but I am not sure what is the outcome of that case. Saturday, June 14 was the funeral for that hoodlum on your screen. His name is Ronald Richard Evans, but he was also known as Richie. Richie was 49 years old. Richie, he was the Don in the Clifton community and he is Tesha Miller's uncle. You remember when some lands were being sold and the houses were bulldozed? Richie was the guy who was selling those lands. Richie and his nephew Tesha Miller, they had a falling out and Richie, he was marked for death. Whilst living in Clifton, Richie, he trusted only a few people. Hoodlums tried to kill him on the early morning of Monday, May 13, 2013, but they ended up killing his 21-year-old girlfriend named Shelly Ann Maxwell and 22-year-old Cordel Steer. Their bodies were found in separate huts in an area of the Bernard Lodge main road in St. Catherine with gunshot wounds. Since those killings, Richie, he left the area, but he continued to rule the area from the outside. In a video coming up, I'm going to be giving you some exclusive information, but Richie, he was shot and killed by the police in an alleged shootout on Wednesday, February 26, earlier this year. Richie's funeral was held on Saturday. Sickman, he left the funeral and we are told that Sickman and 2 others, they had a long conversation on the telephone with a guy known as Reds. Reds is living overseas and Reds, he's claiming to be the new Don for Clifton. There is a dispute with another hoodlum known as Prapo. Prapo is also claiming to be the Don. Like I said, lots more to come in an upcoming video. After the phone call on Saturday night about 9 o'clock, Sickman, he was heading home when he was ambushed by hoodlums in the vicinity of the ham stable in the Clifton area. The hoodlums, they opened gunfire killing Sickman on the spot, but his body was not found till early yesterday morning. Sunday, June 15, about 7 o'clock, we are told that when the police processed this crime scene, 12 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and KlL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sin if we just unite. What a country this will be if we just unite. Jamaica live in unity. mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them knock out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane. Everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land of the gun. East and north and south when we turn. Country and town, man a pay blood a run. Murder, don't you baby me hear them a murder. Cut it out, tell them no gonna further. Man a dead like cancer and bird, yeah. Who no listen them a word, yeah. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica.